Shimona Sharkar works 3 jobs on top of graduate studies to make ends meet. It's a big change since she moved to Canada 5 years ago.
I only had one job, which was enough to be able to afford rent and also keep some money aside for groceries as well, which is crazy because rent was also a lot lower at that point of time.
And while inflation has slowed, Sharkar might not feel it yet.
Yeah, that it's been like cost of living has increased tremendously.
The rate of inflation, measured by the Consumer Price Index, was down in October compared to September. A drop in gasoline prices is part of what pulled it lower. And though food prices are still going up, that's happening more slowly. So while bills are still getting higher, economists see a silver lining.
The inflation numbers were unequivocally good news for Canadians. First of all, inflation seems to be settling down. But second of all, that also means that the Bank of Canada is most likely done raising interest rates.
Higher interest rates are part of what's been driving up the cost of housing because the cost to pay a mortgage is up. The Bank of Canada might change that if inflation keeps dropping.
When we get inflation back to target, well on its way to target, we can move from a fairly restrictive stance on interest rates and hopefully get back to a more sort of neutral stance.
But for now, those unavoidable costs like shelter and food are still tough to swallow, and economists know this.
When people look at their budgets and compare it to the prices at stores, what they see is that prices are still high. They don't think about the fact that they're not growing as quickly as they were maybe a year ago. Despite less pressure from inflation, it could be months before interest rates are cut and related costs go down. Anis Haydari, CBC News, Calgary.